Liora lived in a world saturated with sound. Not the sounds of traffic or crowds, though those existed too. Her world hummed with echoes. Every word ever spoken lingered in the air, audible to those with sensitive ears. Liora had exceptionally sensitive ears. She navigated the cacophony with practiced ease. The whispers of the past were her constant companions. They wove around her, telling tales of love and loss, victory and defeat. The echoes were history itself, a living testament to the power of language. One day, amidst the familiar murmur of the past, Liora heard something different. It was a voice, clear and sharp, cutting through the ambient noise. It spoke of a disaster, a catastrophic event that shook the city to its core. But Liora had no memory of such an event. Intrigued and more than a little disturbed, Liora focused on the echo, straining to hear more. It was a warning, a desperate plea for someone to prevent the tragedy. The question was, a tragedy that never happened. Confusion soon morphed into a chilling realization. The event the echo described had never come to pass, or at least, not in her version of reality. The more Liora listened, the more convinced she became that the past itself had been altered. The very fabric of time, it seemed, was not the immutable constant she'd believed it to be. It was, instead, malleable, subject to change by a force she couldn't begin to comprehend. What power could be capable of manipulating time itself? And why erase this disaster from history? What other events had been erased, altered, or fabricated? Liora felt a growing sense of unease. The familiar whispers of her world now seemed sinister, hiding a truth too terrible to contemplate. Driven by a need for answers, Liora began to investigate. She delved into the echoes, seeking clues, piecing together fragments of a forgotten past. What she discovered was a chilling truth that would change her world forever. An ancient force, dormant for centuries, had awakened. It fed on the echoes of the past, twisting them, manipulating them for its own insidious purposes. With each whispered word, it grew stronger, its grip on reality tightening. This force, Liora discovered, was rewriting history. It erased events, silenced voices, and reshaped the past in its image. The disaster Liora had heard whispers of was just the tip of the iceberg. Countless other events had been altered, lost to the manipulations of this unseen force. The world Liora knew, the world she thought was real, was nothing but a carefully constructed illusion, a puppet show orchestrated by an unseen hand. The consequences of the force's tampering were becoming increasingly apparent. Cities appeared overnight, their existence woven into the tapestry of time as if they'd always been there. People vanished, their echoes fading into nothingness, their absence leaving a void in the hearts of those who remained. The world was unraveling, thread by thread. Liora knew that if she didn't find a way to stop this force, her own existence would eventually be erased, her voice silenced, her memories lost to the echoes of a manipulated past. She was determined not to let that happen.